Okay, so I've just sort of heard um, Barndog has left the sinking ship, which is STEPN. So is it with a heavy heart, I was stepping down as Global Ambassador at STEPN. Attached is a letter written for the community, and I would like to thank you all. It was an absolute honor, and I wish you all the best in the future. Be safe in this tough time and keep on moving. Okay, so when I started Solana Gaming with Barndog, my goal was simple: to help find, analyze, educate, and talk about the next evolution of gaming with blockchain technology, and specifically Solana, who I had some special people help me fall in love with the chain early in my crypto journey. I approach this as a gamer. I'm not centered on buying and flipping NFTs to get rich like a lot of market seems intent on. I want to be a force and help push gaming, Web3 gaming, and owning your own assets. um, I've played since the age of 6 from the 1980s. So basically, he comes across as like a genuine YouTuber who set up his channel, you know, with just sharing his fun, sharing the enjoyment, and spreading the knowledge of Web3 gaming. Okay, so that all seems legit, and that's how I believe it started. So in this journey, I found STEPN very early and was asked to become their first ambassador, which later led to being the global ambassador, and fell in love with running on this journey. The gamification and running work in a synergy with my own body and mind I would never have expected. I ran my first 5K race at the end of March 2022, my first full marathon. Okay, so he carries on talking about marathon running. He gets under 3 hours, so that's seriously good running. Under 3 hours for a marathon is fantastic. So during this journey, I've helped build the community in STEPN through consistency, transparency, and hard work. I helped humanize Yawn and Jerry in the beginning. So it's interesting he says in the beginning. So Yawn and Jerry are the two sort of CEOs of STEPN. So with a connection to me that to me was unique, these were people I truly respected. Gaming and communities to me is what makes them unique and special. I've been an avid gamer for the moment I first saw an Atari 1986 in 1986. And during my years of gaming, I've run multiple guilds, clans, and even done live meets for other games I've been present in. Also, I played these games with my best friends in the doghouse, so I'm guessing that's how he got his name. And I've welcomed in new people to my inner circle who have helped guide me and keep me grounded and understanding what life is about during this crazy journey of the last 12 months. I've met some of the most exceptional people during the last 12 months, whether community or fellow ambassadors around Australia, Greece, France, South Korea, India, Vietnam, Singapore, Dubai, and then a Euro tour where we took a camper van all through Europe and did events in 14 different locations. All during this time, I've lived and breathed STEPN, and during this time, I've tried to uphold a strong connection to helping both the team at STEPN and the community in both educating them with STEPN, general gameplay mechanisms, and my own knowledge in Web3. I do hold myself accountable for what I say and do, and think carefully about how I present information and data, what I post, like, and retweet, and my general presence. Okay, so he's conscious of what he's saying to the public and how he's presenting himself. Okay, you've got to be like true to yourself. That's what he's trying to say here. Right, where have I got to here? I'm not a clickbait YouTuber, okay? Nor do I have the best recording studio or try to fluff stuff up too much. So it's pretty much like how I do my YouTube. As you can see, look at my background, it's total crap. All right. But this is me. This is me being honest. And I kind of feel very similar to Barndog in some of the stuff that he does. I think he's probably a better YouTuber than me, if I'm honest with you, but he went down a wrong path. But anyway, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Nor do I have the best recording studio. At the core of it, I just want to help and educate people with both STEPN, Web3, and other topics that I may have learned and have an opportunity to help others in turn. Okay, so that's similar to me. I like helping people. I understand I'm stubborn, okay, at times. Now, that's interesting, that stubborn line there, because I remember in a YouTube video he made, I wrote, I felt that he was stubborn with this project. And I think I don't know. I'm only one person, but that was quite interesting when he said that, because he does come across as stubborn, and he's stuck with this project through thick and thin, and finally it's kind of got to him. So I understand I'm stubborn at times and assertive in my stance, and not everyone wants to be that way in this space, and I'm okay with that. Everyone should be true to themselves first. I'll be me and keep my moral compass on my own path. At this point, STEPN FSL and their direction does not align with the presence I personally want to have in Web3, and I'll be stepping down as global ambassador. I will not lose credibility, nor be told what I have to say, nor watch the wrong people be promoted to power beyond accountability. The current leaders sorry about that. I'll not lose credibility, nor be told what I have to say, nor watch the wrong people be promoted to power beyond accountability. The current leaders at STEPN are not looking for people with integrity, okay, and objective views. They simply want us to push their agenda. And I repeat again, I will not be told what to say, nor belittled, bullied, or threatened into a position for one's person's agenda. So, in other words, STEPN management or other people at STEPN have promoted, maybe other ambassadors, have kind of bullied him or coaxed him into saying things, and he's finally got to a point where he's really not being true to himself if he says these things. So you don't see me sharing photos at a 5-star hotel. He's not that kind of guy. He's not bragging about his wealth and stuff, and claiming to be listening from the beginning. I've been at the forefront of it all, leading by example. To see people promoted to positions they clearly are not suited for, nor the experience required, makes me truly concerned for the future of the project. They have years of runway, but have put entirely the wrong people in charge of managing the staff, ambassadors and community, with zero experience, and it shows. From the way we have been treated as ambassadors, to being threatened to do as we are demanded. Even when the direction was to centre on the wrong points, something the community should not have been told to listen to. If anyone stands up, they are either removed, belittled, live in front of others, wow, or forced into a private conversation and bullied into agreeing. Ugh, that sounds awful. I tried from the start to have this be transparent, and I stood up for what was right. As ambassadors, we should not be treated like shit. Wow. Web3 is not being built from the top down at FSL. There are personal agendas at play. I will not be treated like they've been doing. Web3, we have a chance to be better. Decentralization means something to me. I will fight for it until the end. I've been forced out for months now by a select individual intent to make it about himself, not the project. No one person should be above the project. I've always kept myself in the position of an ambassador as someone that should remain humble and work towards the betterment of the project, and then help our community as best as possible with my skill set. Web3 gaming is meant to be our next stage in evolution, a more decentralized approach where the community and ambassadors can actually voice opinions in a safe manner, be heard, and the balance greater met in the middle to creating games and projects that change lives for the better. Having seen back end and front end alike, and being power user of the game has given me a unique perspective on it all. I truly believe in fitness and health and how it all ties into life and mental health. Yeah. During my time, I've spoken with so many amazing community members and heard their testimonials and journeys and what the game has changed for them going forward. I wish everyone still in the game the best of luck in the future. I will continue to do my dailies, 100% will continue to run or walk every single day, and keep using my assets on my own running journey, of which I have not sold any assets at this point. Well, obviously, there's no point in selling because you're just selling them at a loss. So you might as well keep on running, just like everyone else who's put money into this Ponzi scheme, okay? We're still doing walking and running, not because we really want to use the app, but because we might as well. And we've already paid for it. We're not going to get anything back if we sell it all now. So I will continue to do content on my own personal game of STEPN, time permitting. So, yeah. And if when I sell assets in the game, I'll be letting people know through my content. I'll be putting extra time back into Solana gaming and get back to the floor and helping bring out and showcase some of the new and exciting things being built out there. Okay, I don't know what the future holds for me, but it'll absolutely be exercising daily, more marathons and gaming. I've come out of STEPN as a gamer and a runner, and I hope to help grow gaming in Solana and Web3. It may mean I go back to driving cranes in the mining and construction industry, but I'll absolutely keep my own personal moral code intact and push through this space in a way that makes both my loving partner, kids, and best mates proud. Thank you, Mother, for the rabbits, Barndog. All right, so that's that. There's a few tweets and stuff. So some people are sort of saying, "Oh, you're getting out and sort of protecting yourself." I don't think he is. I think that's an honest statement. So yeah, I think that's an honest statement from him. I think he got into the space genuinely. He was doing well, and STEPN saw him and picked him up and used him as the front end. Okay. I think STEPN is still a Ponzi scheme. I don't think Barndog feels that it is a Ponzi scheme potentially, but he doesn't like the people involved, and he doesn't like. I think he feels like the agenda is to basically make money, okay, from the project rather than it being a Web3 decentralized project, which he wants it to be, and what he started off as it being. He's suddenly realized, he's got out of his stubbornness now. He suddenly realized what this project is and some of the nasty people in it. Obviously, he's met a few great people that he will do over a year's time, and some of them are good. But there's a couple of nasty people in there who their agenda is just to basically make money out of us users. So Barndog's gone. Now, what would be interesting is, well, I don't think he will do this, but what he should really do is, I think he should contact the police in Australia. Jorn and Jerry are both Australians. Barndog's an Australian. He should contact the police and say that they're running a Ponzi, but I don't think he'll do that. People have lost like thousands of pounds, dollars, whatever. And really, he should be, you know, he should be, he's the one really that could phone the police and say, listen, people have been scammed here. And maybe they could get Jerry to sell his house and pay some money back. All right. That would be good. It's not going to happen, is it? But that would be the right thing to happen. And Jerry and Jorn to be in prison. That's the way it should go. Anyway, STEPN looks like it's not gonna last very long after this. I don't think the main ambassador, the main person who is, as people have said in Twitter and stuff, the main person who's been shilling this project. Although from his perspective, he probably doesn't see it as him shilling it, but the reality is he has been shilling it for Jerry and Jorn. So looks like this is sort of the beginning of the end, and thank God for that.